The Engero Tales, Tales of the Soul.
Long, long ago, in a land where the sun kissed the earth with a golden glow, lay a vibrant village. But to its west loomed a formidable mystery, a dark, brooding patch of trees known by all as Silent Forest. Yet within this verdant expanse, there was one particular section, a dark, brooding patch known with the shiver by all as the Still Wood. It was not merely quiet, it was utterly, unnaturally silent. No bird dared to sing within its borders, no insect hummed, and even the wind, which elsewhere rustled through leaves like a gentle whisper, passed through the silent forest without a sound. It was said that those who ventured into its depths were swallowed by its stillness, never to return, their stories lost to the impenetrable quiet. The very air around its edge felt heavy, thick, with unspoken secrets and the weight of forgotten time. Young Nala, however, was not like the others. Her heart, a vibrant drum, beat with an unyielding curiosity, and her eyes, deep pools of brown, saw not just what was, but what could be. While the elders spoke in hushed tones of ancient curses and vengeful spirits guarding the silent forest, Nala perceived something different. When she sat by its boundary, feeling the cool breath of the trees, she didn't sense malice. Instead, she felt a subtle pull, a faint, almost imperceptible hum, like a forgotten melody attempting to break free from a tightly sealed jar. It was a call that spoke directly to her spirit, promising not danger, but revelation. One morning, just as the sun began to paint the eastern sky in hues of rose and gold, and the mist still clung to the branches like shy spirits reluctant to greet the day, Nala made her decision. With a deep breath and a heart thrumming with a mix of trepidation and resolve, she stepped across the invisible threshold into the silent forest. Immediately, the world around her changed. The vibrant sounds of the whispering plains, the distant cries of herons, the laughter from her village, all vanished, swallowed by an instantaneous, profound stillness. Her own footsteps, which would have crunched loudly on fallen leaves elsewhere, were muffled, as if the very ground absorbed their sound. She looked up, expecting to see the intricate, pendulous nests of the weaver birds that usually adorned every suitable branch. But the branches were bare, stark against the dappled light, devoid of any sign of avian life. The silence pressed in, a palpable cloak of stillness that seemed to weigh on her very soul. Deeper she ventured, each step a testament to her courage. The trees grew taller, their canopies interlocking to form a perpetual twilight. The air grew cooler, carrying the scent of damp earth and something else, something ancient and undefinable. Just as a shiver of doubt threatened to take root in her heart, a flicker of movement caught her eye. It was small, swift, and utterly silent. A single, magnificent weaver bird appeared, perched on a moss-covered branch. Its feathers were a riot of color, iridescent blues, greens, and yellows, shimmering with an almost ethereal glow, as if catching unseen starlight. Yet, it made no sound. It tilted its head, its bright, intelligent eyes meeting Nala's, and then, with another silent flicker, it took off, leading her deeper into the forest's heart. The weaver bird, a silent guide, led her through tangles of ancient vines and past colossal roots that snaked across the forest floor. Finally, they emerged into a hidden clearing, bathed in a soft, ethereal light that filtered through a break in the canopy. In the center of this sacred space stood an ancient baobab tree, its immense trunk wider than 3 elephants standing shoulder to shoulder, its gnarled branches reaching towards the heavens like the arms of an old sage. Its presence radiated an aura of profound age and quiet wisdom. At the very base of the colossal baobab, half hidden amongst moss and ancient roots, lay what appeared to be a shattered clay pot. It wasn't ordinary pottery. Its fragments pulsed with a faint, warm glow, like embers deep within the earth. As Nala approached, drawn by an irresistible force, the weaver bird, which had settled on a low branch, let out a soft, melodious chirp, a sound so pure and clear, it felt like the first note of creation itself. It was the first sound Nala heard in the silent forest. With dawning realization, Nala understood. This was no ordinary pot. This was the vessel, long forgotten, that had once held the very essence of the forest songs woven into its clay by a benevolent nature spirit from immemorial time. When it had shattered, perhaps to an ancient storm or a careless hand, the songs had not truly vanished. They had simply escaped, scattered like silent dust, leaving behind the profound, unnatural stillness. The forest had become silent, not out of malice, but out of a deep sorrow, waiting for someone with a kind heart and a listening spirit to mend its broken melody. With gentle, reverent hands, Nala began to gather the glowing fragments. They felt warm and alive under her touch, and as she carefully fitted the first two pieces together, a faint, almost imperceptible rustle of leaves stirred in the surrounding trees, a ghost of a sound, a breath returning to the forest. The weaver bird, joined now by a flurry of others, unseen until this moment, burst into a chorus of soft, harmonious chirps, their combined melody a gentle hum that began to fill the clearing. Each bird was as brilliantly colored as Nala's guide, their feathers shimmering with the returning light of the forest's life. As Nala meticulously pieced together the pot, fragment by glowing fragment, the sounds of the forest began to reawaken. With one piece, she heard the distant murmur of a hidden stream. With another, the rhythmic chirping of crickets emerged from the undergrowth. A third brought the soft hoot of an owl from the deepest shadows, followed by the gentle cooing of a dove. The air grew lighter, the oppressive stillness lifting like a forgotten cloak. The very light filtering through the canopy seemed to brighten, dancing with newfound joy. By the time the last piece of the ancient pot was carefully placed, completing the vessel, the silent forest was silent no more. It vibrated with a glorious, vibrant symphony of life, richer and more beautiful for having been lost and found again. The weaver birds sang the loudest, their song a triumphant celebration of harmony restored. Nala, her heart overflowing with wonder and a quiet joy, returned to her village as the sun began its descent, painting the sky in fiery hues. She carried no tales of fear or dread, no warnings of ancient curses. Instead, she carried a new song in her heart, a profound wisdom in her eyes, and the vibrant echoes of a forest reborn. The elders, initially skeptical, listened with growing astonishment as the vibrant sounds of the great forest, particularly from the once dreaded silent corner, now reached their ears, clear and undeniable. They listened to Nala's tale of the broken song and the weaver birds, and a new understanding settled upon them. From that day forward, the silent forest was known as the Singing Forest, a testament to Nala's courage and the enduring power of compassion. And the legend of the weaver bird became an intrinsic part of the village's lore. The Engero lesson. Sometimes, the greatest mysteries are not curses to be feared, but broken melodies waiting for a gentle heart to make them whole. This was an Engero tale, stories that carry the heart of our wisdom. Subscribe for more Engero tales.